Alright, here we are, back in Alftand, right before we head into the cathedral. Quick recap, we're just going in here, this is the last area, we're gonna get some unique loot, Towers of the Blooded in specific, which is a really cool shield that's gonna be good for our build. Let us have a fallback weapon so we can get into some melee combat need be, so we don't have to go full stealth archer. So yeah, let's just do it. Let's get in here. This is a super stealthy run. We're basically avoiding all, not all combat, but about 90% of the combat we're gonna avoid in this run. So go back and watch the first part if you're interested in how to sneak past a bunch of the enemies. Grab that potion here. Avoid these pressure plates. I'm not even entirely sure what they do when you hit them. I haven't quite spotted the trap, but we got a guy standing good here. I think I've actually snuck past him, but a good way to get by him is to sit right here. Use your throw voice over there. Let's actually do some studying. It's one of those. Good to know. This is the final room right here. Right at the top of this, there's two Falmer. There's that, and there's like a female, which is stronger usually. She's over there. They go back and forth between tents over there and here, and sometimes they'll meet and like sit down in the center there. But sneak past them. Come up here. There's two chests up here. Excuse me. You have to come up here anyways. Fucking spoon, yeah, okay. Hit this lever. This will lower those spikes. Make sure you have your invisibility potions hotkeyed. Wait for these dummies to figure out what they're doing. Sneak past. That is a sleeping Centurion, Dwarven Centurion. As soon as you hear him activate, pop your potion. There's a dead one. There's the living one. Come up here. Pull out your bow. Everyone should have a leveled bow of some sort if you followed this walkthrough, because there's always one at Alftand Towers in the Bandit Chief's tower. So everyone should have something. It could be an orcish bow, it could be a longbow, it could be a hunting bow, it could be an imperial bow. It's always enchanted of some sort, and it's usually better, at least at the level we are during this walkthrough, the way we're progressing. This is probably the best bow you have, and everyone should also have this weak paralysis poison, because we picked this up in Bleak Falls Barrow, I believe. So use that on your bow.
Of course, you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back, so you can have all the glory for yourself.
You want to come over. You want to hit the girl with this shield. As soon as they say, "Huh?"
Time to end this.
We missed. We missed with our paralysis arrow because we're bad. You want to work on her first, because she's the stronger one and she's more likely to live.
I'm going to enjoy this.
My arrows are just going through her.
This is what I'm looking for.
Okay. There we go. Okay, that was a little bit of a shit show there. What I normally do is, I missed with my paralysis arrow. You wanna hit her with the paralysis arrow as soon as you hear them finish their little argument, and then you hear them say like, "Huh? What was that?" And then they start fighting. As soon as that happens, hit her, in the back and let that dude get in some free hits and just pile the arrows into her. This is what we came here for. She always has this. This is the only place to get this in the game. So we're taking that. And quickly, just to get this out of the way. Some people might see the stats are different. I have a mod that improves the enchantment on this. So now the armor, the weight, and the value is the exact same as vanilla. It's a heavy armor shield. The armor stats are not that great by any means. But I just have a mod that increases the bleed damage effect to make this more viable at higher levels, because I was using this on a really high level character previously before this walkthrough. So I'll disable that mod because this will probably be OP for this low level, but it makes the shield viable for use at really high levels. Otherwise it's kind of just retarded because, sorry, I can't say that word anymore. Retarded. You're not allowed to say that. I think that the vanilla enchantment is when bashing does 5 points of bleed damage for 5 seconds. So and it sounds a little weird, but I believe the vanilla stat is it does 5 points of bleed damage for 5 seconds, meaning it does 5 points of bleed damage a second for 5 seconds. So that's 15 damage. This is a lot. This is a lot of bleed damage, so I won't be using this until next video. In next video, I'll make it clear that that mod's disabled, and you'll see the true stats. But even the even the non-modded, if I disable the mod, the bleed damage is still pretty crazy for low level. It's a really good catch. This is why I grabbed this early on, so I did this, because it's a really good for melee, like one-handed shield warriors. It's, even without this mod, it's a killer shield to start out with, because the bleed damage stacks, I think. So if you shield bash someone like 3 times, it'll like melt their health bar. But yeah, this is a little OP for right now. I'll disable the mod and then I'll show you the stats in the next video. But that's it. That's the run, basically. Let's take that just because it sells for a pretty penny. Also, let me... 13... What does 10? Okay, that was better. Okay, anyways. This is for another quest. That's your exit. That's a master lock. To get the key, if you don't want to pick the master lock, you have to kill the Centurion. And I'll show you a easier way to take him on, because he does have a little bit. I'll grab this chest first. So now you could straight up just choose to leave out the back. So you could do that if you want, but if you want some extra loot, a good thing to do is if you come up here, you shoot an arrow over here. And then you shoot an arrow so you get their attention, and then you use a throw voice shout to get his attention, and when they leave, they'll get back. And then you can really kind of just go ham. Because they will fight each other. It's a little close for my liking. It's a little close. Normally, I don't actually start shooting at him from on top of that roof. I only use that roof to attract the Falmer in closer, and then usually I return to like here and just pick shots off. But see if we can lure him over there, because he can come in this room too. If he doesn't detect you, it's pretty rare that he might come and look in the door, but he can actually come in this room, I believe. I just want him to go down there. We could have popped a marksman potion too, which would have made this go a little bit faster, but I just shot that on the floor in front of the thing by accident. Okay, there we go. Normally what I do is, you don't even have to go up there, but you can get a better line of sight. Normally what I do is I'll work on him, or just from there, or you can, like I said, lure them with arrows from here, and then once they start fighting, it's probably a better idea to return to like here and just use a marksman potion to pick them off. But loot this dude. He always has this, which is, if you don't want to pick the master lock, pick that up. That's some good loot. Okay. There's only 2 Falmer in here. Oh, there's more chests here. There's a chest here. And a chest here. I think that's... there's some more chests out here, and then there's only the 2 Falmer in here, so now you can pretty calmly pick ingredients and whatnot. And there's one other enemy in here, which is some sort of leveled hostile creature. So it's either right now it's probably a skeever, and then a little bit higher level it's a frostbite spider, and then a little bit higher level it's like a chorus. It's whatever. I think those are the 3 things that. Yeah, it's a skeever. At really low levels, Falmer keep skeevers as pets, even though there's chorus egg sacs everywhere, and chorus are like their main sort of whatever you call that. They're Falmer are known for keeping chorus, but at low levels they keep skeevers, and then in between it's frostbite spiders, and then they get chorus. There's one more chest. There's a bunch of eggs and whatnot, but we're getting real close to our weight limit, and we still have a bit to go. With our journey before we get to a sell-off point, so I want to be a little bit more stingy. Now it's that's fully looted. I don't believe I missed anything. Again, if you want to not pick the master lock, grab this Alftand key lift, but I want the XP for picking this, so. Let's see here. Leave a comment to tell me what difficulty you play on. If you play on legendary strictly and why, or if you like playing on lower difficulties and why. Or if you're like me and you start off on a lower difficulty and you like to, goddamn, you like to increase it later on. Like you like to increase the difficulty as you build your character. That's what I like to do. I don't like to start right off with legendary because enemies are just a little too spongy with their damage, so just a little much. So here we are. This is, like I showed you in last video, that's the exit. I'm just looking at that over there because it's a hostile, or it's a random encounter location. Oblige me. I'm gonna quick save here in case this goes horribly wrong. I should just stick to the plan and ignore this, but I want to know what this is. It looks like a dead horse. Oh, it's the old orc. You know what? Here, let's do a demonstration of how overpowered this is. The shield is with the mod enabled, and I'll disable. But the only thing that's different about this mod is that it just increases the values. The way that the enchantment actually works, like the way you can stack this bleed damage, is it works the same way. It's just at a smaller value. So
I am waiting for a good death. Yes, were I to simply lay down and die, it would not please Malakath. Are you sure about this? We shall see. Goodbye.
So how many shield bashes with that? Just watch his health bar.
Victory is yours.
So that's... This guy's normally a pretty tough fight, especially at this level. Oh, we went over here. Let's just dump some garbage. What do we have? Like, why am I even keeping that, honestly? So that's... that's with that, let's dump that, and let's just munch some food. We got some, like... Let's munch all this salmon, jeez. Oh, and we actually have a... Oh no, we preemptively dropped that, okay. So that's the Targe of the Blooded. With the mod enabled, it's pretty fucking ridiculous because the bleed damage just stacks. I kind of didn't even really know that before I got the mod, but then once I started using it, even though I was on a higher level character, I was like, holy shit. So I'm gonna disable the mod next video, and then we'll see how it functions from there, because I still believe it's gonna be a really strong piece of equipment for a Master of all Trades character like we're building. So if you want to use one-handed and a shield, this is going to be a really good run to follow, because you don't have to do much combat, because it can be really grueling and tedious to go through Alftand at this level with the gear that you'll have. Just trying to go straight warrior, kill everything. It's going to go through some resources. Even if I planned it strictly for that and brought along potions and everything at this level, it's going to be difficult. So I think that was a pretty cool little stealth run. Bypassed about 95% of the combat in there in some sneaky ways. I'm going to call the video here. Next time, we're heading to that right there. That watchtower right there. We're heading to that. Which is like up around here. Then we're gonna find an Imperial camp for something I have planned special later for the Imperials. We're gonna come back and visit them in their sleep with something. And then we're gonna push east to discover Sarthal. Jeez, can't talk. Discover Winterhold so we can join the college. Brush down the southeastern side. Hit up the Shrine of Azura. Come over here, hit up the Shrine of Boethia, hit up all the farms along Windhelm, hit up Windhelm. And then once we hit Windhelm is really where our level is gonna explode. We're gonna hit some crazy power leveling once we get to Windhelm. So that'll be next video, and then once we get there, I'll update you on what's next for this character involving the rift in this whole area. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of my Alftand run. Let me know if you tried it out. Let me know if you've done anything similar where you've got some sort of dungeon or location in Skyrim just down to a science on some sort of strategy just to go through it. But that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, Neptune it.